your teammates didn't show up and you were about to do some few hundred up downs on his behalf.
So that was time.
So if that were running back on your team, how about you, Jerry? What if that was you running back, causing you guys to run, and how would you handle that?
To be real, I would have been mad, but I had no other choice but to do it.
All right. What if it happened again tomorrow?
Still got to do it.
All right. As the leader, would you do anything to change that, influence that?
Yeah.
What would you do?
We're not gonna do it at 6 o'clock.
Okay. So you fix yourself. How about as far as him and getting him to change so you don't have to come wake you up every morning?
Set his alarm clock or tell his roommate to wake him up.
Okay. How about, would there be a desire to change what he's doing? You're in a sense feeding him every day, right?
Well, some of the leadership off on me.
Well, what would you have you learned anything that you might try to employ?
That if one late, we all late. So if one get up and walk out the room and leave your teammate there, it ain't gonna make no sense. Because if you late, if you think, oh, all right, I'm gonna be on time and he gonna be late, we both gonna be late. So it really ain't gonna make no sense.
You got more milk.
Ain't no more milk.
And Darian, here's the last question for you. Is there anything you've learned specific? We've had about 3 different lessons to this point on leadership. If you found out, if you knew that guy, all your teammates want to string him up, and you knew that guy had a parent in the hospital, that he was sneaking over to Broward General at night to go spend a few hours with his parent. Is there something you learned this week that would, if you used it, it would help you get to the bottom of that? There you go. Talk to him so that you. What did Doug Souter talk about? I talked about it yesterday. He talked about influencing those people above you. He said, 1, do your job. What was the second one he said?
Do your job, follow.
To be a leader, you gotta be a follower.
Well, that was the first part. He said you got to do your job. But then he said something else about your coach.
You have to study him. Study him.
Tell him.
You have to study your coach.
So, and remember what we call that lesson? It was empathy.
Empathy, yeah.
It was understanding the other guy. See, if I sat and talked with him and said, what are you doing, man? It's 3 days in a row we're doing up downs because you can't get out of bed. And now all of a sudden he says, well, my granddad is over at Broward General and I'm running over there at night, so I'm not getting to sleep. By the time I get back, I'm falling asleep. Right? Now you have a different understanding of what's going on with him. Yes? So the first thing we ought to do is go find out what's going on with that young fellow. Huh? Right? And hopefully we practice what we preach. If I'm going to ask you to do that, hopefully I'm doing that. Amen? Amen. Thank you, guys. We got a couple of questions here. How many of you guys knew by the end that something wasn't right? It wasn't a real situation? At the very end?
He told me.
Oh, yeah.
Not me.
You knew.
But like, I still didn't. I still wasn't sure.
You weren't sure.
I wasn't sure, but he kind of told me. So.
All right. So what were you feeling at that point? Now you're.
I can't really just do it.
Yeah, just get it done.
You made a deal with us yesterday.
So you're ready to honor that agreement. How about feelings towards David?
Just don't let it happen again.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest.
Give him mercy for the first one.
Say that again.
Give him mercy for this one.
Give him mercy.
Don't let it happen again.
And so tomorrow morning, he's late again, and we're doing up downs again.
He hasn't learned by now. If he hasn't learned by then I'll probably lose respect.
Okay. What is leadership? All right, so what if you had to define leadership with one word, what is it? Influence, right? So now, was that leadership? I lost respect for him? Did you influence him at all? Oh, so what are you going to do? You just said you're just going to lose respect for him. So what are you going to do now? Think about it. Be real. What are you going to do? You, in a sense, are washing your hands off, right? What have you learned that might help you? What could you employ? What's the technique? Where do we go from here? Huh? He needs to do his job. We're talking about you. We're talking about leadership. Got any thoughts?
Well, if you did it again, like, we all teammates and we all brothers, so everybody make mistakes.
All right, so we've given him some grace. And so far, we haven't done anything but lose respect for him or give him mercy. Right? That's my answers here from our leadership.
Not mine. We gotta keep working hard.
Tell him to do his job. We got your back.
Help him out.
All right, here's what I want you to do. I want you to think of one of the lessons. We're going to have like 3 predominant lessons. I want you to think of one of them and apply it. Yes, sir.
I would use the empathy, and I would ask him why he's been late, what's going on in his life, and whatever it is that is keeping him from providing.
Praise the Lord. Thank you. Because then what I would tell you is that he tells you in that conversation that, hey, you know, I go to West Boca High and my mom is over in West Boca Hospital, and I've been running up to Boca each night, getting back just in time. But when I get back and I get to my room, I usually have about an hour, and I'm just falling dead asleep. Now what?
Now it's a whole new story.
There's something going on, and you looked at it and you said, that's not good. I've assessed it objectively, and I'm going to go get in the middle of that. We said it's going to divide people. Everyone's not going to follow. You're going to make a statement. Challenging the process, right? Challenging the process. Now here's my question. Was mercy challenging the process? The process is the boys, we don't know it, but the boy's coming home late. He's sleeping in. He's late for breakfast. We're doing up downs. That's what's going on, right? Is doing the up downs for him challenging the process? Right? We got to challenge. We got to say this ain't right. I got to get in the middle of it. Use one of those techniques, right? There you go, ESPN. What's your take on it? So what are you going to do? You're just a junior. Your captaincy still got 2 years in it, right? All right. So sum this all up for us. How's this going to happen? What's going to happen to Seminole Ridge? How's Isaac Easton going to handle it?
Leadership and work hard every day. Going on with
What you talking about here? At our school.
For you as a leader going forward.
Oh, going forward? Well, I want to go back. Even though I'm a junior, all the seniors are captains. And Coach chooses for them go out to the point toss. But I know that some of them out there, like, even though they're out there for the coin toss, they're not like really leaders. And that's why Coach chose both of us, because people really do look up to us. Not trying to be cocky, but I just want to get back over there and lead these guys farther into the playoffs and make sure everybody stays out of trouble, keeps the grades up, so we don't have any problems on and off the field. As a team, we all stick by each other's side.
Amen.